Good morning. I am starting to open source my skills that I've been using, kind of refining, developing for the past, I don't know, 10 plus months or so. And one of the main ones that I use on a consistent day to day basis is around capturing the knowledge that happens within sessions. And this has actually come up a number of times, even during training sessions, is there's so much golden info that happens within that specific session. And the goal for you is that how do I improve Claude, ChatGPT, whatever you may be specifically using to be able to improve and evolve on itself as it continues to do so. And the way that you do that is you kind of have a knowledge layer for your agents to be able to go ahead and refer back to on learnings and whatever else may specifically happen. Right, you can start really simple of just a knowledge layer being a set of folders and files, Markdown files specifically, and that's how this one is specifically structured. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the knowledge loop right now works like this. So whenever you have a session, your agents go ahead and have context within that session, but then at the end, after you close it and open it back up, it just goes ahead and clears away. The idea is you want to be able to take away those specific learnings that happen within those sessions, save them, and then carry them forward. So if you in the open the repository that I'm going to share, there's three skills right now that I've open sourced. So number one, you set up your first vault. A vault is just essentially a number of folders, and each one of those folders is going to have kind of a template of a markdown file. A markdown file, if you don't know, is just a very basic text file. So what we're going to have is we're going to have projects that you're specifically working on. You're going to have your knowledge, which has been captured. You're going to have sessions, the summary of those sessions, and then evals. Evals are a way to be able to, at some point down the line, be able to use this to kind of train your own models or check your if you want to switch between model providers, see how well it does. But that's a topic for a different video, but nonetheless, it kind of already mines that for you. So what happens is whenever you run setup vault, it'll go ahead and set this up locally in a specific file directory that you want. And you're able to add in additional folders under projects, etc. But there's one command, just setup vault, and it'll go ahead and set that up for you. So the next one is called start session. So what happens whenever you run /start session is it will take your first prompt that you have given Claude or ChatGPT, and it'll say, okay, I'm going to look based on this prompt. I'm going to go look and query the vault for related things about that prompt. That can be projects, that could be learnings, it could be a mixture of things. And what it'll do is it'll go ahead and add that to the beginning of your context. So the notes, the gotchas that happened in the last session or in the previous sessions, maybe there's a handoff document that it went ahead and had, etc. So it'll bring that automatically. And you're going to notice a drastic improvement in your specific sessions as you continue to use this because it's going to continue building on itself. And now you do the session, you go through and have your conversations with it. And then at the end of the session, there's another session called end session. End session takes those learnings that happened within that session and just feeds it back. So it'll go ahead and say, all right, let's write down a summary that happened specifically with a session. Let's go ahead and write down our project notes, and let's go ahead and tease out those specific pieces of knowledge that we learned in gotchas and put that in the vault. And now you have this recurring evolving loop of start session and end session. So every single one of my sessions that I do, regardless if it's on Claude, ChatGPT, whatever model provider, runs the same exact skills. I have a start session skill and then an end session skill, and I run those in tandem. And that way, then all of my sessions are feeding across each other. And the beauty about that is that you can have an agent that can then learn from related projects. So I'm sure if you're working on application project, for example, you're touching databases and various things like that. Now we can take the learnings that you took and the gotchas that happened during those projects related to the database, or how you like your project structured, or things to look out for. And the thing is because this is detached away from a specific model provider, you can now go ahead and swap that out between Claude and ChatGPT, whatever else it may be, and it'll work the same, right? That's the importance of having your decentralized knowledge layers that you can take it with you anywhere you specifically go. This also applies to enterprise, but it's slightly different. This is more so on a personal level. But I wanted to go ahead and share this, and hopefully you guys find it useful. If you have any questions afterwards, just let me know. Take it easy.